what we find is a lot of men are afraid or traumatized or disinterested or discouraged from dealing with women who have children. And the term baggage came about this week. Can we talk the things? Okay.
Hey y'all, I'm Classic Ruby, and yeah, I think we need to talk. Do you guys consider children baggage?
Now watch it. Oh, you better stand to your feet. Don't let me catch you sleeping. Stop sleeping. Gotta keep the beat. I heard them say.
Okay, so I caught this stream from The Circle live on Thursday. I'll put the link to their channel inside the description box. Anyway, so apparently there has been this drama. You see, some people are objecting to their children being called baggage, and other people are insisting that your children are baggage. Now, before I give you guys my opinion on whether or not children are baggage when it comes to new relationships, let's check out the discussion.
Action.
I had disagreed with the term baggage. And I can overse why people are saying that it's baggage. You all raise very valid points. I'm not saying that you don't. But
Storage facility.
there's a but. I believe in using the most appropriate word to describe a thing.
True. It's a connotation.
And baggage, I don't care what you're relating the baggage to, is not the most appropriate word for children.
Exactly.
And I don't know why baggage is being equated to responsibility.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Children are a responsibility. Let me give you some definition.
Watch out.
Okay?
Lisa come ready tonight, you know, so hey, she come prepared.
True. According
Words
to
are
dictionary.
powerful.
Okay?
Baggage, first definition, it's a noun, first of all. Trunks, suitcases, etc., used in traveling luggage. 2, the portable, but we're talking about an object. We're not talking about people here. That's true. 2, the portable equipment of an army.
3, things that encumber one's freedom, progress, development, or adaptability. There you go.
Adaptability?
Yeah.
I can't say it.
That's
It's like
alright.
spaghetti. Sometimes I say paschetti.
I
Sometimes
say
I say
the same
paschetti.
thing. Yes.
It got us some time, okay? And if I said I was perfect.
So yeah, if it's saying that it could tie up your foot down your ability to grow or progress. Yo, I don't want to read into that. You know, I'm just telling you what dictionary says. Because I don't want to see it that way. Don't even get involved. You can all see between the lines, but I'm dealing with what's in print. We're going to use the most appropriate word to describe children from here on going forward. Okay? The 4th definition, archaic, a worthless woman, a prostitute or disreputable woman.
Sorry, go back.
Often
Read that
disparaging.
again. Yeah, read that again.
Yeah, a
Watch out.
prostitute.
A prostitute or disreputable woman.
Baggage.
That's under the definition of baggage. How strong the words that we use are? Third. Subsection 3, no problem. Subsection 3 under archaic, often disparaging. Playful young woman or girl.
Is this what you're calling my children?
Okay. Does anyone else think that it's just a little bit ridiculous that we are going to use the dictionary definition of baggage when we all know the colloquial term for baggage, and actually the social science term for baggage? As you can see here, there has been research done on baggage. Has nothing to do with that dictionary definition. Does anyone think it's a little bit, what's the word I'm looking, disingenuous? I'm just saying. Whatever. Let's keep watching though. Might get better.
This is the most appropriate term for children, okay? Responsibility definition. This is also a noun.
First definition, the state or fact of being responsible, answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management. Second definition, an instance of being responsible. Third, a particular burden of obligation upon one who is responsible. Yes, there's a burden of obligation. But it's only if you find yourself as a responsible person, which is why some people can't walk where less responsibility. So they don't see themselves as the person who is at the other end of the duty to give this person what they need. Right? So, fourth definition, a person or thing for which one is responsible. Fifth, a reliability or dependability, especially in meeting debts or payments.
So you tell me which word is most appropriate. Are my pitney them baggage? Or are they my responsibilities?
Now here, I'm going to have to entirely agree. Your children are your responsibility. You should not see your children as baggage upon your life. I'm sure one way or the other, you didn't expect to be a single parent. But one way or the other, regardless of what your expectations were, at the end of the day, you brought children into this world. And so you're right. Your children are your responsibility. And if you see your children that you chose to have bring into this world as baggage, there is a problem with you. And you should seek counseling. Because your children should not be your baggage. Like you wish you could resolve them and make them go away because they're just baggage. No, they are a difficult responsibility. Hopefully they bring to you some kind of joy and other types of fulfillment, but we'll get into that later on in the video. But at the end of the day, they are your responsibility and they should be seen as such. I can understand with people saying, I shouldn't see my children as baggage because to me, my children are not baggage to me. Absolutely. Okay, I agree with that 100%. But let's continue.
But am I going to make it their problem? Here, you fix my shit now.
But some
That's
women
when it
do
becomes
do
baggage.
But
Some
women-
that's
women
what I'm
do
talking
that.
about.
They force
That's what I'm
right
talking
the thing.
about.
Yeah.
They force right the thing.
You know,
And that's
you're
when the
looking for
problem
daddies
becomes.
for your kids.
Here, fix
Bigger.
what
You know?
you do what my children's father doesn't know how to do.
Because she has
Huh?
She might not be
children,
wounded.
She's really wounded.
But you could be emotionally damaged. Though,
What
at
I'm
the same
talking about
time.
is that
She might have got over that and everything else.
But then in
okay.
those cases, the child is not baggage.
No,
No,
In
the
those,
child
in
is
those
not
cases,
baggage.
the child is a learning experience for you. It's just an extra bonus that comes with the mom.
That comes. Oh,
Here's why I understand where the word baggage came from.
Lord
The
have mercy.
27-year-old me might have been all up in arms. The 37-year-old me, okay, understands why some men can perceive what our children represent to them as baggage. Okay, I think what they're looking at is what comes with the child. Because we a lot of times move into relationships before we've resolved our issues with the baby father.
When you know that you're going to walk where left the man, you have to know that although you left him, all you're doing is going to bed like this in peace. I am not a butter yes, your head. It does not mean you're not going to see pieces of him in the child. It does not mean you're going to see pieces of the fucker that you tried to leave when you're trying to co-parent.
Yeah.
So this is what I feel that some men deem as baggage. And I feel like if you are looking at what they're looking at in terms of what comes with it, it is baggage. It's baggage because of the fact that if you don't deal with it, it's baggage.
If you decide this is a carry-on luggage and it's a backpack and you can strap that shit on your back and you're going through with it same way no matter what it is,
How is he going to see it as baggage if you don't have it in your hand?
Okay, now here's the thing. So you could have additional baggage that you're bringing to the table when you come into a relationship. If you are still in love with your ex, whether or not you had children, that's baggage. Maybe you're still traumatized over that relationship, still really hurt because he broke your heart, he cheated, he beat you, he lied to you, he slept with your sister, whatever. That's all baggage. That's all baggage. And yeah, it's baggage that you're carrying in within yourself that you've got to heal. But at the end of the day, it's also baggage you're bringing into the relationship because it is necessarily going to impede the new relationship you're starting with the new person. That's it. Right? That in and of itself is not what causes children to be baggage. Those are all things that could be baggage all on their own without the magic of children. But let's continue.
next to the men, like, it's a huge responsibility. It's no joke, right? You have to take on that responsibility with your heart, straight up. And if your heart's not into it, 100%.
Don't even entertain it. Like if it's just for the, you know, for the poom poom, whatever you want to call it. Don't even go to back page.
Just make a girl know from time, yo.
Yeah, like be straight up. Like,
Make a girl know.
like don't mess with the kid's life and get involved in the kid's life.
Get their hopes up.
It's like if you have debt, that's a response. Like say you have a debt,
Exactly.
I have
So-
to take on that responsibility if I take you on.
Right.
So I hear what everybody's saying. But when I tell you I don't view it that way, don't count me down and tell me that I'm blind if I can't see that children are a baggage. No, my children are baggage.
It's just wrong terminology.
All right, can we just just for a second, just mention the fact that your massive debt that I choose to take on is also baggage. What, you think that it doesn't impact your life and it's not going to impact our relationship, that you owe $50,000 somewhere, and that means that your spending has to be different than mine. That means what you're able to purchase, like let's say getting a new mortgage or whatever, might be different because now your debt load is a lot higher than mine. Of course it's baggage. It's baggage. It's your responsibility, and I'm happy if you're being responsible about it, but it's still baggage. Still baggage. Yeah, I'm happy about your car. Oh, you have a nice car. Good for you. But if your debt load is now really high and it's going to take you 7 years to pay off that particular car, the debt that is associated with that car is baggage. Sorry. The debt associated with your house is baggage. If I didn't invest in that house with you, the debt and whatever other responsibilities come with that house are baggage. If you and I buy a house together, that's a responsibility we're taking on together. But if you accumulated that without me, it is baggage. Whatever you've accumulated without me and then you brought into the relationship is baggage. That's all I'm trying to say.
No.
I saw what Elizabeth said this week when she's blessed her children and said what her children are to her, and I have to rate that because,
You know, if you have that attitude about your children, then you're not even going to attract the people at them. Because if a man knows that you know that your children are your teachers, they're your light, they're your quivers and your arrow. Did I say that right? Arrow to your quiver? No. They're not going to even want to really stick around for anything longer than fun because they know that you guard that definition of what your children are to.
I agree, but I don't want to be accused of praising my children. And I rate you, circle member who said this. I do. But I'm not praising my children.
Yeah, see, we already talked about this. Your children should be something amazing to you, for you. Really, your children should be the greatest thing ever. And you know what? If someone chooses to be with you and your children as a step parent, then yeah, those children should also be able to one day bring them those exact same feelings. But we're not talking about 2 years into a relationship. When you talk about baggage, you're not talking about years in or months in. You're talking about, hey, so I met you, and now let's see whether or not we want to be together. You put your baggage on the table. I put my baggage on the table. Let's evaluate each other's baggage and see if it's worth dealing with. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about kids. And yes, your kids are baggage that you're putting on the table that the other person has to evaluate whether or not they think they want to date you anyway.
Nico says, let me explain. Your children are your children and are your responsibility. Your children to another person coming into a relationship with you are a potential baggage if that person is on the fence about getting involved. Woo!
Yes! 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 Finally some common sense. Someone gets it. Okay, they're all gonna get it now, right? They're all gonna get it. They're all gonna be like, oh, true, of course. Okay, yeah. Well, when you put it like that, then yeah, okay, I'm totally on board, right? They're all gonna do that, right?
Okay, so I think there's a thing where you just gave yourself a backdoor, Nico.
Just never see it coming.
I rate you to the fullest for what you're saying about your children being your children and your responsibility. However, if a person wants all that makes you who you are, you didn't come to be this fabulous person, whether male or female, without the experiences that going through doing what you're supposed to do for your children gave you. You know, when they're attracted to all of this grounding energy and all of this maturity and all of this responsibility as a partner, where do you think that might have come from if you've been a single mother or a single father all this time until now? So I feel like, Nico, I want to challenge you when you say if that person's on the fence. If that person's on the fence about getting involved with someone with children, that is not your problem.
No, but
I feel like you as a person there's no hiding children.
You disclose to a person whether you're a single dad or a single mom, you come into this, what you come into this with. And in the courting process, you're going to show them the different parts of who you are. If they can't value that who you are came from what brought you to that point, I don't see where a person needs to beat themselves up over this.
There's going to be men out there who don't have the insight to see what you bring to the table as a single parent. And there's going to be men out there who can understand that, and women, and vice versa. So
I
this
raise
is
a
all,
point?
Someone tell me, when you're getting ready, you and your girls or you and your boys are going out for, a night out, you want to meet some, potential suitors or whatever, are you sitting there getting ready to flaunt your groundedness and, your serenity and peace? Or are you putting on your fucking heels and fucking dress and making sure your hair and your eyebrows and everything are on fleek? So that way you are hot as hell. Men, making sure you're putting on the fresh to death outfit that you have, making sure every hair is in place, making sure that cologne is on, your lineup's fresh. Why? Because you know what? When new people are evaluating you, wherever you're meeting them, they're not evaluating your groundedness, and that's not what's attracting them to you. What's attracting them to you is the way you look. And then what gets them to want to ask for your number is your personality. Are you friendly, flirtatious, sweet? Are they feeling kind of a vibe and a connection? None of that has to do with the way that you're handling the rest of your life. You could be complete and utter disaster. But if your general vibe clicks with theirs, they're going to ask for your number. That's it. Sure, those are things that people evaluate later when they want to get serious with you, sure. So you've got the baggage of kids, but you've got this great personality and you're really responsible and you handle it really well, and you're not going to put all of that crap on me, and you're not expecting me to be the daddy, and I'm not going to have any daddy dramas or baby mama dramas, etc., right? We weigh all of these factors together. It doesn't make your children less baggage. I'm just saying.
Can I raise a point? What about single dads? I personally think that there's more men out there that will accept women with children than there is women that will accept men who have children, and that men that are involved with their children. That's from my experience. Like, as soon as I say I have kids, they run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess they don't want to deal with the potential baby mama drama.
I don't know what it is, but
but
there would be no baby mama drama with me. But
the potential.
Men can't be afraid of baby mama.
Notice that all the women brush off this last point like, come on.
Woman would never run from a man with kids, right? Unless it's the baby mama drama. Well, I have no baby mama drama. Yeah, but she's afraid you might.
No. And this is where my opinion comes in, because yes, your kids are obviously baggage. I didn't date guys with kids. You know why? Because I wasn't a woman with kids, and I didn't want that excess baggage. You walking in, you could have been the greatest person ever, but with that baggage of, and I have a kid, it was too much for me. That's not what I was looking for personally. And that doesn't mean other people would evaluate that baggage and be like, all right, I'm cool with that. I can deal with that. It just wasn't for me. Baby mama drama or not. Because you can have ex-girlfriend drama. Don't let me start on that. The point is, at the end of the day, children are an epic responsibility. They also change the way you do everything. They change the way you perceive the world, the ways in which that you'd invest your money, the way that you want to spend your money, the way you want to spend your free time, the way you're able to spend your free time and your money and your thoughts and your feelings. All of that changes when you have a kid, and it stays changed forever, especially if you're a great parent. And I'm not supposed to see that as baggage. It's a major thing. I don't think, feel, act, behave, spend anything like you do, because you're a single person without children, and I'm a single person with them. So my life is necessarily a whole world of difference different than yours. Of course that's baggage. What are you missing? I'm just saying, at the end of the day, they're baggage. Don't get it twisted. Like, if me and my husband have children, right now, let's say we have 3 children, our children will not be baggage to us. But if we were to break up, and now it was a single mom with 3 kids, they would now be baggage.
I still love my kids the same. They're still the light of my life, and I would never trade them in for anything, blah, blah, blah.
But they're still baggage. To a new person evaluating me and wanting to get into a relationship with me or not, they are baggage. The truth is, at the end of the day, whatever responsibilities you have, whether it's a massive debt hanging over your head, Maybe you have psychiatric disorders, you have physical health issues, regardless of what it is. We all have baggage, and baggage comes in a variety of forms. And when we walk into new relationships, we take all that baggage, we put it on the table, we say, here, this is what it is. Can you work with that or not?
Because if you can't work with that, then I gotta go because this is my baggage. It's not going anywhere. Some of it I might be working on to try to fix it, but a lot of it is not going anywhere. So
What are you doing? Why are we hurt when people point out that our baggage is baggage? It's not a painful thing. I got all kinds of baggage. Just because I don't have kids doesn't mean I don't have baggage. I just don't have that particular baggage. And doesn't mean I didn't take on a man as a husband now who didn't have baggage. He just didn't have the particular baggage of kids, which was one I didn't want to work with. It is what it is. Maybe some of the baggage I have is baggage y'all wouldn't want to deal with. Maybe for some of y'all you'd be okay with 3 kids, but you know what? You got $100,000 of school loan debt. My credit's too good for that, right? I mean, really, it's not an insult. I'm not trying to throw stones at you or nothing. It's just kids are baggage. That is all. Anyway, y'all, please let me know. What do you say? Are kids baggage? Yes? No? Am I totally off base? You 100% agree? I'm somewhere in the middle? Please let me know by commenting below. Okay? Please like and let me know if you like the material. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch you guys in the next one.
Because it's not baggage if you don't pick it up.
We can leave the people feeling lonely.